What's up, guys? My name's Ryan from Social Standards. Before we get into this video today, I want to say thank you for checking it out. Thank you for taking the time to even look at this. We're going to get on the topic of lockdowns and quarantines due to this COVID-19 virus. If you don't know a little bit of context about me, I passed 8 years in the federal system, so part of our routine that we had to get used to was lockdowns and quarantines. It's the same thing. They just used the word quarantine when it was an ailment or a sickness. Lockdown was for more so violence or security measures. Um, in my personal opinion, I don't believe they're going to stop the spread of this virus in this country right now. We just had one of our worst days yet. There was over 2,000 deaths, I believe. They were reporting in the news. But all right, let's get into this. Look, when a quarantine or a lockdown happens in a prison setting, it is absolutely no movement. There is not privilege to certain people that work in certain areas of the jail, besides maybe the kitchen workers. Maybe. Sometimes not even that. Sometimes it's the police that are actually cooking the food. But I say that to say the only way the stop of this, the spread of this virus is through an actual lockdown. Not some rules, some guidelines, some this, some that. Like they say, there's a stay-at-home warning, or for Philadelphia, stay-at-home order in effect. But yet you can go for a run or you can go for a walk, and it can't work like that. I'm sorry, it can't work like that. You know, they say you don't know who the carrier of this virus is, right? So I'm in shape. I don't get sick or whatever, so I could potentially have it. So now I need food, or maybe I don't have a car, maybe I don't have a vehicle, whatever. I use public transportation, maybe. You know, people don't think like social distancing is cool and it's a good idea, but it's not plausible. I mean, when you go to the grocery store and the cashier's right there, that's not you're having an interaction. Or when you're walking around a grocery store, you're going to pass through people. It's advised be 6 feet away, but it's not even. You can't do that. Or in public transportation, you can't do that. So for them to say a certain amount of people can work and a certain amount of people can't, everybody has bills. Everybody's trying to survive. Additionally, they need to figure out a new system to where you either put in a list of food that you want to be brought to your home and dropped off to have limited interaction with the general public, or this is never going to get contained. There's no half stepping, and I'm not an advocate for the government. I'm not an advocate for the police. I'm not an advocate for martial law or any of that. But they say there's a lifespan of five days for this virus, right? If it's on the surface, I believe it's 3 or 2 to 3 days, depending on the climate. Why don't we do a mandatory 7-day lockdown? I mean, give the general public 2 weeks or 3 weeks notice prior to actually implementing this. Otherwise, it's going to continue to spread and spread and spread, and people are going to get sick and sick and sick. People are not taking it seriously. They should. People really don't seem to care. I mean, it's kind of sad, actually, especially like it's very disrespectful to the people that have passed away because of this thing. It's not cool, but the government has dropped the ball tremendously on this in every aspect, from advising us to proper information to every aspect. The $1,200 stimulus checks, yeah, it's cool, but why does it take so long to get one thing done? That's just my opinion on that a little bit, but I believe it's going to get into more serious measures of this. I believe there's going to be more serious lockdowns and quarantines that are going to come in the coming weeks or months. So I want to talk a little bit about that. For me personally, when we went on 2 month, 3 month, 6 months lockdowns in there, not even in segregation 7 months, it's essential to keep your mind active, your body active, and to have a little bit of accomplishment each day. With a little bit of accomplishment for us, it was working out. So I know for the people that are used to going to the gym or having a workout team that they go with, I know I still see people on Instagram, that work out with a bunch of people outside. They have weights at their house now. It's not cool. I mean, everybody has to have a little bit of self responsibility when it comes to this. We all need to work together, or it's not going to work. So I say that to say, just transition your workouts. If you don't know how to do it, there's enough stuff out there on YouTube and on the internet to teach you how to do home calisthenic workouts. If not, I'm going to start posting them soon. Everything's for free. There's no programs. I'm not selling you anything. I just want to help some people. But it's essential for you to do some form of exercise or working out, because if you're like a health person, limited mobility, limited movement, you're going to start putting on weight because you're not burning as many calories as you usually have, right? And additionally, it's good for your mental health. When you have a little bit of an accomplishment each day, one thing that you accomplished, you're going to feel good about yourself. Additionally, no one has had this much free time in ever, all right? So the books that you're trying to read them. Don't get caught up in the news. They're all nobody knows what they're talking about. Don't get caught up with the social media and get lost in these holes on YouTube or whatever. If it is, do something that's going to better you, teach you something, and you could come out of this with a better knowledge or skill or what may have you. Really utilize this time. This lockdown is a little bit different for the people that have kids. I don't have kids, or if you live with your significant other, it's going to be stressful for everybody involved. I wouldn't inform your kids of what's going on because obviously you guys don't have the answers and our government doesn't have the answers. So why do you want to have your kids stressed out? You know, they just know mom and dad are home and they want to play and spend time with them. So just take the advantage and be grateful for your family and everybody's health, and, you know, utilize the time with them. What else did I want to touch on real fast before I wrap this up? Just be safe. I mean, use your head, use common sense, and be good to each other. You know, in jail, there's no notice of this. Jail is 1 minute you have your routine, next minute it's automatic lockdown. When we're coming out, nobody knows. So you just gotta adapt, you know, and don't let it get the best of you. Don't let it take over your mind and stress you out and have you going crazy. I understand people need to pay bills. I get it. And I understand. I don't believe that it's fair that some people can work and some people can't. I don't agree with that. But just try to control the stress. You know, don't let this make you do things you wouldn't normally do or act ways you wouldn't normally act, you know. It's a hard situation for everybody. And realize that, like, for everyone. That's it. Just try to get through it. Try to do the best you can. I don't believe it's going to be over anytime soon. I don't believe they're going to have a cure anytime soon. And we're all in the same struggle. Just remember that, you know. If we want to get back to the regular 9 to 5 and get back to being outside and being cool and feeling safe, you know, everybody has to do their part. In jail, like I said, it's automatic lockdown. There's no interactions besides you and your bunkie. It's essentially the same out here. There's no interactions besides you and the people you live with, your family, or whatever. That's how it has to be limited. And without shutting things down, it's not going to happen. You know, they have to do delivery services. Amazon owns Whole Foods. They have the logistics to deliver food anywhere they want. I mean, just think of easier ways. I don't understand how the powers that be don't have this figured out. It's crazy to me. Yeah, Amazon owns Whole Foods. They have a logistics company that delivers all over the world. Why can't you deliver food now? Besides that, just be safe. Just be safe. Work out. You know, have your mental health in check. Read, learn something, and make the best out of this. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you like it, if you don't like it, let me know. If you have any questions, you can hit me up on here or on Instagram, _social standards. _ social standards. And that's it. And hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully it helped you a little bit. We all got to get through this.